भाई पंजाबी म्यूजिक में जो भी हो सकता है ना, मैं वो करना चाहता हूँ.
I procrastinate a lot. Dude, I make songs by procrastinating on other songs I'm supposed to make.
In the underground, don't really gel with the whole commercial or the pop scene of the hip hop. But yeah, trying to do my thing.
Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well. I'm going to get my notes out.
Sure.
Welcome to Regional Roots, powered by Jameson Connects. And we're going to talk a little bit about music, obviously. And on stage with me, we've got three gentlemen from quite varied backgrounds. And the roots are also quite varied, so we'll dig straight into it. I'm going to start with my man, Bamboy. Bam, you've been at the forefront of not just the Mumbai scene, but the underground hip-hop scene for almost a decade now, and we've worked together as well. Just tell me a little bit about your roots, where you come from, what your music's about.
Yeah, so I come from an area called Parel. I don't know आप लोगों को कितने लोग को पता है. तो मेरा crew है called Swadesi Movement. I'm a music producer, DJ, MC, and a roadshow specialist. That's what I call myself. And yeah, I've been doing this for quite some time now. In the underground, don't really gel with the whole commercial or the pop scene of the hip hop. But yeah, trying to do my thing. Yeah.
Tell me about the Swadesi movement, and you guys have been quite pioneering in what you talk about. Obviously, it's a multilingual group. You represent diversity, you represent kind of a socially conscious mind. How did the Swadesi movement come together?
So our crew started in 2014 with the whole idea of bringing social political rap, and yeah, we've been trying to do our best and stick to our roots as much as possible, because मतलब जैसे hip hop start हुआ in Bombay, and जैसे वो grow हुआ आगे जाके वो काफ़ी exploit हुआ, like a lot of MCs start working with brands and है ना, तो फिर content काफ़ी dilute होने लगा, and हम लोग ने भी काफ़ी कुछ काम किया. It doesn't matter, but we have always tried to do our research as much as possible and speak the truth, yeah, in all languages possible.
Move on to Burrah. I think Punjabi music's probably one of the most exported sounds out of India. So if you're looking at the West, in essence, I think that Punjabi aesthetic and that Punjabi sound is synonymous from an export from India. Who have been your influences growing up, and what brought you into this space, into this sound?
हेलो पहले सत श्री अकाल सबको. हेलो यार, कैसे हो सब? या व्हाट्स अप. तो आई थिंक ग्रोइंग अप माय ओनली इन्फ्लुएंस वाज क्यूरियोसिटी. मतलब मैं बचपन में जब बड़ा होता था, मतलब छोटा सा था ही, तो मैं घर पे सवेरे सवेरे उठता था ना सुबह सुबह, तो घर पे आबा बज रहा है सुबह सुबह, घर पे पापा आबा सुन रहे हैं, ठीक है. फिर दोपहर हो रही है तो आराम से अपना पंजाबी गाने चल रहे हैं, जो बब्बू मान से लेकर हम जो बचपन में सुनते थे, बोतला शराब दी अक्खा तेरियां सुन के टीवी पे नाच रहे. ITV एक चैनल आता था, हम वहाँ पे देखते थे सारे गाने. यहाँ तो वो तो शाम तक आते थे, शबद कीर्तन चल रहा है, गुरबाणी चल रही है. रात को देख रहा हूँ पापा बैठे लिविंग रूम में और जगजीत सिंह की गजलें चल रही, रो रहे हैं पंखा देख के ऐसे. मैं क्या चल रहा है? तो ये मेरी पूरी एक लाइफ साइकिल थी पूरे दिन की. फिर आई वॉज कॉन्स्टेंटली कंज्यूमिंग सर्टन टाइम ऑफ म्यूजिक. मेरे घर पे 24 घंटे म्यूजिक चलता रहता है. मेरे घर पे 3 अलग अलग ब्लूटूथ स्पीकर्स हैं. मेरे डैड इतने पागल है म्यूजिक को लेकर, ही मेड हिज ओन स्टीरियो डेक्स, 3 खुद से, सेल्फ इंजीनियर्ड. उनको इंजीनियरिंग आती भी नहीं थी, तो वो DNA में ही था कहीं तक, क्यूरियोसिटी. सो बचपन से वही था. आई वांटेड टू सिंग बट आई कुड नॉट सिंग, एंड अंटिल आई रियलाइज आई कुड सिंग, एंड देन आई वाज लाइक कि भाई पंजाबी म्यूजिक में जो भी हो सकता है ना, मैं वो करना चाहता हूँ. तो तब से वही मिशन है कि व्हाटएवर द साउंड दैट आई लाइक एंड व्हाटएवर इंटरनेशनल साउंड, ग्लोबल साउंड से लेकर हमारे होम ग्राउंड साउंड्स भी हैं, उनको ब्लेंड करके अगर मैं एक ऐसी चीज़ बना सकता हूँ जिसको लोग बोले कि ये पंजाबी गाना है, हाँ ये पंजाबी गाना पे ये ग्रैमी जीत गया, कैसे जीत गया, पागल है ये. तो that's the headspace. Like I'm just curious. Even I don't know how the fuck how am I doing it, but I'm just a curious person, man. That's all.
You were telling me backstage that 3 days ago you put out a drum and bass track.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So growing up, there was this artist that I really used to listen to. His name is Mesapuria, but he's not doing music anymore. So there was this drum and bass track he dropped in 2003. Punnu Hania. It was the sickest shit. मैं पागल हो गया था बचपन में टीवी सुना और उसकी वीडियो इतनी खतरनाक वीडियो थी लड़के आज भी नहीं बना सकते बिग डॉग फेल है वीडियो के सामने इतनी खतरनाक वीडियो है उसकी ठीक है और मैं सुनता मैं बंदे ने 2003 में ड्रम एंड बेस बनाया तो देन आई वाज लाइक या मैन आई वांट टू डू दैट शिट अगेन सो इट्स माय चाइल्डहुड इन्फ्लुएंसेस आई रियली वांट टू डू स्टफ लाइक आबा आई वांट टू डू स्टफ लाइक क्वीन शिट दैट I've when I'd grown up listening to and I've learned Punjabi into it. I'm still learning though. It's a learning curve. I'm gonna take 10 years perhaps to reach the potential of at least 10% of where I wanna reach. But it's a process.
Pav, you are from Dubai, lived in the UK.
Yeah, I'm not a British Indian. Yeah, I'm not British Indian. I'm Indian. I've got an Indian passport. I can't go to England because I don't have a visa. Yeah.
You're from Dubai. You have lived in the UK. You've lived in the US. You've obviously spent a lot of time
Correct.
in India. Where are your roots musically from, and what's influenced you?
Shit. Oh wow. Oh, you know what? Okay. Yo, like we had Michael Jackson right in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I think like for me, I'm very lucky. Like it's weird because I'm Sindhi, so we never had a pin, we never had a land, right? So we've always been displaced. So I was born in Dubai, but my mom was born in Madras, but she grew up in San Francisco. So she liked hard rock music. So she get in the car, play the music loud, and drive fast. So we were like, oh, what is this? But she showed us like, I mean, like, dude, being born in the 80s, we had like, as I say, Michael Jackson, breakdancing. We had Prince. We had all that music, rock and roll. Now, I was 10 years old. I heard NWA, Two Live Crew, you know. And then as you get older, I was 13. We had Nirvana, Snoop Dogg, and Wu-Tang. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a problem. At the same time, like we still had Sukbir and Dollar Mainly. It's everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but I think when we grew up, music was extreme, and I think extreme music has influenced. Even what he was saying a minute ago, by being a Punjabi artist and also mixing this stuff, I think Punjabi people, even though the music is very traditional, you can say the craziest shit. Yeah?
Amen.
And that's where like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I think I don't know, I think growing up with music before the internet, and if you really love something, you had to do the research and go and find it. We had no algorithm. It's like you had to really care about it and speak to people, and that was it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like loud music and dangerous shit. That's my influence.
Bam, can you tell me a little bit about when you started making music? You know, what was your first song about, for example, and how the content of your music?
Yeah, so my first song, so actually I started off as a DJ for Swadesi, and I'm mainly a music producer. So now just recently the whole rap thing popped up, so सबको लगता है कि मैं रैपर हूँ और मैं हूँ रैपर भी, ऐसा ये नहीं, मैं लिखता भी हूँ, but I'm mainly a music producer, DJ, so I started off like that. स्वदेशी के साथ मैं डीजेइंग करता था उनके लिए, and then like of course you know like you are surrounded by so many MCs all around, and my dear friend rest in power MC तोड़फोड़, मैं और तोड़फोड़ हम लोग स्कूल फ्रेंड्स हैं, like so हम लोग बचपन से एक साथ बड़े हुए हैं, so he was one of the first inspiration. Also my friend Ozzy, कि कुछ लिखना चाहिए, you know like we should express ourselves, and like as you know like Swadeshi since day one they have been writing no nonsense stuff, right? Like it's never coming from the center. It was not like self-centered songs or anything. So the first track I wrote was called Sthiti from our album called Chetavni. Yeah, so that was my first track. वो सॉन्ग में मतलब अपन ने सब कुछ बोला है जितना भी बोल सकते हैं, करंट सिचुएशन, एंड हाफ ऑफ द थिंग्स आर स्टिल रेलिवेंट एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, एंड जब तक सरकार नहीं बदलती तब तक वो चीज़ अभी भी मतलब ना बाद में भी रेलिवेंट रहेंगे.
Same question for you, Burrah. Like, you've been making music for quite some time, and in terms of when you're sitting down to write a song, what comes first for you, for example? Are you looking at, do you have an idea ready to go? Do you sit down, clear your mind? Is there something that inspires you? What's your journey in making music?
It's more of like a meditative process for me. कि मैं बैठा हूँ और जो भी मेरे को फीलिंग आ रहा है, like there must be something that I am probably going through emotionally, या spiritually, emotionally, physically perhaps also. मेरे मन में कोई एक गांठ होगी, कुछ एक चीज़ मैं वेट कैरी कर रहा हूँ, एंड वो मेरे से उतर नहीं रही होगी, मतलब किसी और तरीके से, कुछ भी थेरेपी कर लो, कुछ भी कर लो, बात कर लो, कुछ नहीं निकल रहा होगा, वो शायद म्यूजिक ही एक मीडियम है मेरे लिए, जिससे मैं शायद उस चीज़ को बहुत डीपर तरीके से जान पाऊंगा अपने अंदर, एंड उसको बहुत अच्छे से एब्जॉर्ब कर पाऊंगा, एक्सेप्ट कर पाऊंगा, एंड देन इट विल टेक manifest itself in form of a track for me. That happened with my first track only. Sochi Jama, the first track I wrote in 2018. It's a track about depression. तो उस टाइम पे मैं भी इसी परेशानी से निकल रहा था कि पंजाबी आर्टिस्ट हूँ, हम तो भाई ऐसे है, पंजाबी ऐसे होते हो, फट्टे पे पागल, हम कैसे डिप्रेस्ड हो सकते हैं? फिर मैं कहा नहीं यार, डिप्रेस हो जाते हैं, लाइक देखते हैं. एंड देन इन दैट मोमेंट ऑफ एक्सेप्टेंस अ ट्रैक अबाउट हीलिंग फ्रॉम डिप्रेशन केम आउट. So that was the whole thing. So it's the process of just me tuning into myself, what I'm feeling, what is exactly going on me, and just letting it flow through the pen. So, so it's usually the emotion first, then the melody, and then the lyrics for me.
You also tell me backstage that you're currently working on an EP.
Yep.
So now, is it your first project?
No, it's not the first project. Project is the first teaser to a project. Project is next year. Project.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about you now putting together this teaser project. What's the thought behind it? What's it about? Where are you with it?
So I finished the writing for it. It's basically about a guy trying to self-actualize through pop. Like एक image है एक पंजाबी आर्टिस्ट की इस वक्त एक धरती पे, कि पंजाबी आर्टिस्ट ऐसा दिखता है. तो उस इमेज के अंदर उसकी इमोशनैलिटी क्या है, वो क्या फील कर रहा है, मतलब व्हाट डज दैट पर्सन फील, व्हाट आर दे एक्चुअली गोइंग थ्रू विद इन दैट. आई एम गोना गेट delve deeper into it, and then next year I'm gonna get down to the more spiritual core of being a Punjabi, like what it is, like what are our ancestral and regional roots, perhaps learnings of Guru Nanak Dev Ji to everything. It's a long journey. So फर्स्ट शुरू में पॉप सुनाई देगा, आपको लगेगा अरे वाह यार तो मस्ती कर रहा है, बट अंदर से टूट रहा है बंदा धीरे धीरे, और टूटता ही जाएगा. तो बस that's the problem.
There's layers.
There's layers. Kendrick is a big influence, obviously. So,
Nice,
yeah.
nice. Pav, I've been listening to your music for over 20 years. Okay, I remember the first time I heard you, and I was listening to Asylum Speakers, and there was this hip hop group called Foreign Beggars, and I had no idea you were brown. And then when I realized that, when I saw you and then I heard you rap, it blew my mind. And over 20 years, I don't even want to put a number on it, but it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs that you've done. How
Yes.
do you, after making music for over 2 decades, still come out with concepts and content of songs that are still so relatable to people?
I really don't want to get another job, bro. Yo, what?
Man
Yo,
riding 32 bars
listen,
for
yeah.
breakfast.
I want to make a LinkedIn. Fuck that, dude. I'll do any. Yo, like I don't know, man. Like I love this. You know what I'm saying? And like to get to a point where it's like it's very deep. What you were saying about getting into a meditative state and being very intentional with what you do, but running around and with rap, it's like anytime, boom, you have to switch on. And for me, it's like I don't really want to do anything else. So it's like full time on, you know. So sometimes when it comes to making music, it's like, boom, switch on, you're in the zone 15, 20 minutes, right? Boom, go. There's certain tracks I start, 2 years later I come and finish it, but bro, how lucky. What? What's your job? I rap, dude. Yeah, I love it. You know, there's been times where, because rap is weird because it's like you have to create this persona. It's like it's a character that you create, but you have to be authentic, so it's yourself. So in the rap journey, you lose yourself because you're like, oh, it's me. I'm the persona. I'm this, and you're like halfway, and then you have real life relationships which you fuck up because you're in your persona. You know what I mean? It's very weird. Like, but then also there's a lot of like when you make music, you're like, oh, you have to make this song for the EP. You have to deliver it. It's a bit contrived because you have to flip into the persona in the perspective of what's going on and deliver that for whatever's going on. But there's been like a 3-4 year period where you can listen to the music I made in that period, and it's a little bit strange. So I think the thing about it is coming back to falling in love with it and not being like, oh, I'm doing this with an agenda or an attention, or oh, I've got to keep paying rent. Remember why you do it and just fucking do it and just enjoy yourself. Like, I procrastinate a lot. Dude, I make songs by procrastinating on other songs I'm supposed to make. You know? But I think the thing is, it's like, just put it on. Put some, like, we're so lucky that we can just put beats in our head and just write raps and enjoy. So, yeah, bro, come on. That's why.
You've put out a number of projects with various collaborators all over the world, a variety of genres. But recently you teamed up with a Ludhiana-based producer called Karthik and a UK-based rapper called Sunny Jim, and you formed a group called Pataka Boys. And you put out a project called Thugs from Amritsar. For me, I really felt that you found a new world for PAV specifically. You were Orifice Volgatron with Beggars. You've been PAV4N with your moniker. But this Pataka Boys project was, again, especially for me, was so special, man. Tell us a little bit about that.
Shit. Okay, so I've got a friend called Sunny Jim. He's a guy who's 1 year younger than me, so I've helped him a lot. He's from Birmingham. He's a rapper. You know, but I've been making a lot of electronic music in the last 12 years, so I haven't felt like rap music is a very competitive sport, you know? So I haven't felt like, even with Foreign Beggars, I didn't feel like I'm the rapper, you know? But Sonny has excelled to a level, I don't know, do you guys listen to hip hop? Like, does anybody know about Griselda Records or West Side Gun? Or, you know, Sonny is one of the first guys who discovered West Side Gun. He put his stuff out, and then so when I met Sonny again, he was really rapping, you know, and I was a bit like, oh, shit, let me. But the funny thing is like, we never been like, yo, I'm an Indian rapper. I'm a rapper, but I'm Indian. Put me on Asian Network. None of that shit. It's like, we love rap music, you know, and he's another one like that. So we never was like, our friendship was never because, hey, you're Indian guy, I'm Indian guy. We rap, you know, it's like, are you a good rapper? Okay, fucking, you know, respect for the art form. So when I linked up with him and Karthik, dude, this kid called Karthik Sudera, who makes these beats from Ludhiana, it's insane, right? So, he made us uncles be like, yo, fuck, wanna do a whole album. Anyway, so we made this album, it's special. Everybody we got on the album from like, I don't know, man. It's a very special situation. And it's like, because I'm Sindhi. I was born in Dubai. I learned Hindi myself. My dad speaks Arabic. My mom was born in Chennai. So, but I have an Indian passport, you know what I'm saying? I can, you know, I grew up Hindu. Sonny, he's born in Birmingham, but he's Punjabi. We're doing the album. He's like, what? Half of Punjab is in Pakistan? He didn't fucking know that shit. And you know what I mean? Like, he's, you know. But at the same time, it's like discovering, oh, you're that kind of Indian. We say this, and it was funny. And also, we're talking shit, dude. If you listen to the album, it's a problem. And he paid for it. It's fucked up. It's beautiful.
Definitely go listen to the album. We'll end with a little bit of future stuff. I want to know what's in the future for Bamboy. What are you working on? What's next? What can we expect?
A lot of music, of course. I've been working with other underground acts as well. Working on my EPs. I also produce like more beats and more rap and just more and more music coming out. More hip hop, of course, yeah. And I also have another moniker called Kali Dunya. So of course, more sound system and deep dubstep as well, for sure. Yeah. Also, Swadesi के साथ भी मतलब Swadesi का भी काफी music आएगा जल्दी. So we've been working on that as well. So yeah, man.
Burrah, we know you got an EP coming out. When can we expect it?
Singles are coming out abhi. Singles chal rahe hain. They are coming. February mein you can expect an EP. September mein you can expect a project, perhaps. And next year you can expect a lot of fucking truth. That's all, man.
So I'm a drum and bass artist as well. Yeah, I'm a mixed breed right now. So being from I was born in the UK from Tottenham though. I've been through the UK, UKG, garage, drum and bass scenes, and now artists in drum and bass like Chase and Sadis, Boo, all these artists are popping up. So do you think there's a future in drum and bass in India, UKG, like whole scale? So
There is absolutely a future for drum and bass. It's the next sound here, bro. I just dropped a track 3 days ago, man. The fuck is saying, man?
I gotta
It is
check
the-
that
it is the-
out.
it is-
I
Drum and
think-
bass
I-
and
yeah.
garage. These are the two next things, bro.
I think electronic music in India is always going to have a space. Whether drum and bass will grow or will pop, I think that's debatable. I think if you look at let's just look at hip hop for example across the US. Hip hop didn't become popular culture. Trap became popular culture. The same thing in the UK. Hip hop didn't become popular culture. Grime became popular culture. So if you're looking at the hip hop space in India or a genre space in India, I sincerely believe that India will develop a genre over the next decade, which will take elements from electronic music, elements from hip hop music, elements from the domestic film sound, and create a new genre which is synonymous with this country in itself, basically.
Can I just tell him something really quick? So drum and bass definitely has a future, but drum and bass definitely has a past as well in India, right? So there has been artists like Talvil Singh, Bandish Project, who've been doing drum and bass since the day I was born.
Let's
you can
not
check them
forget
out,
Nitin
and you can
Sean.
see how bright the future of drum and bass music in India is. So yeah.
Yo, do you want a future of drum and bass in this country? What are you going to do about it? You're going to make it happen. Make it fucking happen, bro. It's your party. Put the party on and they'll come.
Okay then, yeah? Okay भाई, तो सुनो भाई ध्यान से। मिले कैसे शो नहीं पता किसको, ईपी के बना के फिर भेजो सबको, प्रेस किट प्रेस रिलीज हुए तो मिले रिलीफ, गीक पे ड्रेस नीट या गेट से खिसको, स्टॅक सोडू नका कारण होत नाही बारसेल, गरीबाला घेऊ नका होत नाही बारसेल, धनी झँग हुए पी के LIT और कॉकटेल, मुंबई वेस्ट साइड में नाइट लाइफ खर्चिक, सोशल लाइफ खर्चिक, स्टुडिओ लाइफ खर्चिक, घर घेणं खर्चिक, खाणे सब खर्चिक, अमीर गरीब से एलर्जिक, नुसता खर्च उधायला पैसा, विकत घेतला स्वार्थ, वाजून गाजली रात्र, मिसळला मधमा, निवितळला परचा, शेवटी संपली रात्र, नुसता डाऊनर मात्र, लफडी झाली बाउन्सर पर बंदूक, क्यूरेटर से लँडलॉर्ड तक सब खुश, घुसतो तर घुस, गेस्ट लिस्ट के लिए मत पूछ, इंडस्ट्री स्टैंडर्ड फक क्लब रूल्स, इंडस्ट्री स्टैंडर्ड फक क्लब रूल्स. Yes.